Everybody, Invisiblekatana here. This is a few Nobodies.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah, I can start an episode if I want to.
I told you can start this motherfucker. You just started talking over here looking like, the fuck wrong with this dude? What the fuck you doing? Hold on, player. Hold up. No, go ahead.
I am Invisiblekatana. I'm here with the anarchist himself.
What up?
Today we're going to be starting things off with Bruno Mars. It's old at this point, but cultural appropriation is never old, so, you know. Start with Bruno Mars because that's the new big topic with Bruno Mars, where it's like he dark but not dark enough. I guess he's not the right dark. And people mad. Some people mad. I don't know if it's actually black people that are mad.
Black people are mad.
Some black people are mad. Some white people are mad. I don't know. I personally don't care.
Are white people mad?
Yeah, white people always mad for us. Some white people, you know. Some people, yeah. Some white people are mad at us. Some white people are mad for us. Just never know. But yeah, because we talked about this a while ago. I brought it up for like half a second because I saw something on Facebook, and this was before the current crazy stuff where it was like, you know, Bruno Mars, and that's when I found out. I was like, I just assumed he was black. I just thought he was light skinned.
Me
as
too.
light as I am, I'm just like, I thought he was light skinned.
Man, I could have swore he was just like half black, half whatever the fuck else. You know what I'm saying? So
it was like that was not the case. I think I heard today he's Puerto Rican and I want to say Cuban. And also Jewish.
Okay. I heard Irish in there too somewhere, but who knows? So
it's like cultural appropriation is like the big thing. I don't think it's that, especially not from him personally. But
I got the sneaky eyes. Yeah. Let's debate.
But it's just one of those things where it's like it depends on who you are. Like one of the big examples is Iggy Azalea.
Oh,
that I would say
it's cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
Now why?
Why
is Iggy Azalea? No, Iggy Azalea, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Because it's another Iggy, or it's not the Azalea. It's Azalea Banks.
Another,
Iggy
yeah,
Azalea.
That's what it is.
Azalea Banks is just a crazy black bitch, and Iggy Azalea is the white cultural appropriating bitch. But why is it that it's a cultural appropriation with Iggy Azalea, but you don't necessarily think it's cultural appropriation with Bruno Mars?
So I would say it's the same thing, and I'll make it even easier. We'll go with Eminem because Iggy and Eminem are both white.
Right.
Eminem grew up in Detroit. You know, 8 Mile, whole big deal, all that stuff. So he grew up.
As an Eminem fan now.
Yeah.
We born and grew up in St. Louis a bit, around age 12, 13. Then he grew up in Detroit. Well, let's go ahead and get it all the way right. But go ahead.
But he grew up around a specific style of people, specific style of music that he just genuinely liked. Like that's why he got into rap. It's like he just genuinely liked it. Clearly, because he's still doing it now. And as you said, you just think he sucks at this point, and a lot of people do. But he's still doing his thing.
Eminem's clone is kind of terrible. His clone is really bad. It's not as good as the real Eminem. But go ahead.
But he was doing rap. That was always the thing. Made a whole movie about it, choking on stage, and then Mom Spaghetti. Iggy Azalea, Iggy Azalea comes around, full Australian.
Hello, mate.
Yeah, accent and everything, shrimp on the barbie, all that stuff.
Shrimp on the barbie.
And then when she raps, not that at all.
Yeah, what's up? You know who it is? It's your girl Iggy. Yeah.
Totally different.
Get off camera. Oh my god, I need a fucking frappe. That was so tiring.
So that I totally understand why people didn't like.
What's up, player? What's up? What y'all niggas doing today? I mean, what y'all?
Still find the song catchy though, like the one.
Yeah.
What was this? Fancy.
Oh yeah.
I still find that song.
That shit's whack.
I always thought it was catchy. You know what was crazy about that?
What?
The woman that, not her, but the other woman that sings the other part, I always thought that was Gwen Stefani.
Me? I thought it was one of them white bitches too. Like
it sounded like Gwen Stefani to me from like some of her older stuff, and then somebody told me it was somebody else. I was like, that sounded exactly like Gwen Stefani.
I thought that was one.
I was like, that sounded.
It's her
just
and
like
another
Gwen
white
Stefani
chick that sound exactly like. Gwen Stefani was in No Doubt, right?
I think so.
All right, it's another white Fergie. I thought it might have been Fergie too. All these white pop bitches sound the same to me, real talk. I thought it was Britney Spears.
I thought for sure. I swear I thought that was Gwen Stefani like for a long time, and I was like, that wasn't her. That sounded exactly like her to me.
All right, back to the topic at hand: cultural appropriation.
I think it's different because it's like, all right, if that's what you grew up with, that's what you actually like.
But how do you know? How do you know? Iggy didn't necessarily. I mean, clearly in Australia, you got the Aboriginal.
Okay, well, it's different. It's not just the idea of that's what you grew up around. It's changing literally the way you speak and stuff. Like, it's not like, you know, a British actor doing an English accent. It's like, okay, well, they want you to play an American character in a movie. That's different than you only sound like this when you choose to do this specific type of music, and then when you talk, you sound totally different. Like another person, even though I like his movies, Quentin Tarantino be doing some racist stuff sometimes. I mean, of course, he's probably got the highest quotient of nigga in any movie ever made.
Of course. Shout out to Jackie Brown.
Or Django Unchained.
But, I mean, that movie you gotta kind of give a pass.
Yeah,
Nobody was on, what's his name? Steven Spielberg, when he did, what did he do, Roots?
Did he do Roots?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, well, yeah, that was actually about slavery, but you know.
This is about slavery too, right?
Yeah, Django Unchained was, but you know, Quentin Tarantino, this is a nigga in anything. Pulp Fiction.
That's true. And I think he said nigga in Pulp Fiction too.
Yeah, he did. Let
me just write it down for myself.
Yeah,
I want that role, no.
I don't know. Maybe he likes black people that much. Maybe he just really wants to say it. But
no.
There's some stuff where there's like an interview where he did, and it was like just the way he was talking. It was like interesting. Yeah.
Is he kind of racist or what?
Yeah, it was just it was like homies and this and that, or close to it.
Stuff I seen it. This might have been the same interview. I seen an interview where he basically made it seem like, you know what? Because he was saying something like, it's funny because when I was young, my mom and my dad got divorced, and then my mom started dating this black guy. Mm-hmm. And then this black guy once took us to the theaters in a black neighborhood. Now, I was scared. But we got to see Shad, we got to see this, and they was talking all this jive, and I feel like that particular moment in his life made him feel like,
I'm here.
Glad that I'm white, but let me see what these let me get into this black culture a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know how they do. Cause it took to it a little bit. We got the swag and whatever. So everybody want to be black, nobody want to be black. Shout out to Paul Mooney. Everybody want to be a nigga, don't want to be a nigga. Yeah. That's the real one. But
last nigga on earth, starting Tom Hanks.
Oh yeah, that was funny. Shout out to Dave Chappelle show. But yeah, back to the topic of cultural appropriation. All right, let me talk my shit on this, cause you ain't making no damn sense. You going off on tangents? Like nah. All right, but here's the thing, man. We gotta really talk about this objectively, because my thing is this: I see faults on both sides. The reason this story came out is because of I guess you want to call it publication. It's also a YouTube channel called Grapevine, which is might be run by black people, but I'm honestly not for sure, because that's up for question. But let's just say for right now, based on I don't know, it has black people, it features black people definitely, young black people, millennials, and they basically had a debate over this. Somebody had brought up that, hey, this guy Bruno Mars, he's bringing back funk, or he's appropriating funk, he's appropriating new jack swing, he's basically taking our R&B, all of our R&B styles and genres, and he's not black, and this, that, and the other. So that's true, but my thing is this is my thing, that's very true, and I'm gonna be totally honest. A lot of people would disagree with me, but there is definitely a such thing as culture appropriation. I think I was talking to somebody the other day about this. It's not that other races and whatever can't come into the music that we created. Because to be totally honest, every single music that we've created, and I'll run down the list for you going back, hip-hop, rap, trap, EDM dance, which comes from disco, which we made too, funk, blues, country, because that's nothing but blues, rock and roll before it came rock, which white people get into, punk, In Living Color, and a few other bands. Jimi Hendrix single-handedly made heavy metal, but the only documentary that I ever seen that actually ever, this is how I know the world is really racist. Because just me, I didn't grow up in the 60s and 70s, but I know for a fact that Jimi Hendrix was the first person that actually started playing rock and roll music heavy. Before that, it was literally just rocking, just rock. It wasn't rock and roll. It was just something that was ling 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 dum dum. You know what I'm saying? It was just rock. He turned that fucking treble up, turned that bass up.
Electric guitar?
You see what I'm saying? Started playing. White people was losing their fucking mind. Like, what is he doing? What is he? Have you ever seen that footage of him lighting his guitar up on fire at Monterey, and literally was a bitch crying like, oh my god. Oh. They didn't know what the fuck he was doing. Until they kind of got acquiesced, like, yeah, let's do that shit too. So then they took, and nobody gave this motherfucker his credit except for one documentary that be on VH1. You know that shit, that dum. You know that? That documentary. But he gave him his props. They gave him like 5 minutes. And some artists like Black Sabbath, they shout him out all the time. So shout out to them. Because they shout out all the black artists they stole from, which is what's up. If you gonna steal, at least shout a motherfucker out. You know what I'm saying? Elvis. Fuck boy. But anyway, you can talk about Elvis. We talking about cultural appropriation, but let's get back on him. What was I saying before?
You said there is cultural appropriation for real.
There is. I was naming some of the musics that we did just to let y'all know we basically made fucking everything. But I say that to say it's not that other races or other groups of people can't get into it. I think where black people get mad is once you do it and then disrespect us. For instance, let's say I start getting into, and this is the point I made when I was talking to the person, if I start getting into Irish culture, music, dance, that's all a part of Irish culture. The river dance or whatever the fuck they be doing. You know what I'm saying? That shit. The yodeling, ain't that Irish? Or is that Swedish or some shit?
That's Swedish.
Alright, but whatever. If I just start getting into the Irish music, whatever, I could do that. It's nothing that, it's no rule saying I can't. But if I start getting into it like, fuck y'all can't tell me this yours, it's everybody's. Everybody, I've been into this since I was, you know what I'm saying? I can't do that. That would be disrespectful to the people who created it. See what I'm saying? People feel like they can disrespect us because everything we create, we don't own. So, we'll create it, give it away, and be like, hey, can I be a part of that? This seems cool. What y'all did that we made. So, you know, it's like I said, it don't mean that if you're another race, you can't like it, you can't be a part of it, but respect it at least. Respect it. What if LeBron James got into basketball was like, fuck Michael Jordan, I'm the best motherfucking player ever was. Fuck that bald-head motherfucker. People that like basketball be like, how you gonna disrespect somebody that laid the foundation for your ass? How dumb is that? But as we know, with some cultures that don't give a fuck, they do that all the fuck day. Give me your shit. And pay for the album that I put out.
Yeah.
So, that's the problem that I have on that end. The problem that I have on the quote-unquote black people's end, I'm gonna start by saying this. Shut the fuck up. Every single motherfucker in that room, shut the fuck up. There was all part of a table. I just wanted to just run across the table, just bitch slapping all of them. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, why is you getting so motherfucking mad? This motherfucker is the funkiest motherfucker doing funk right now. Everybody get up. Got some in your pocket. What up? You know what I'm saying? With this little sus sounding butt. You know what I mean? He doing this thing. Like, I don't like Bruno Mars with the funk shit. But with that New Jack Swing shit, he can get it on. How that song go?
The new one?
Let me not sing, you know? Yeah. Even though they fucking demonetized the fuck out of my page, so I shouldn't give a fuck. But that finesse got me dripping. That shit hard as fuck. He really take you back to some old, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some old school shit. So, like, how you gonna hate on that? Like, how? If you black and you can do it better, get your ass out there and do it better. You mad at him because he winning Grammys? Because he putting time into his work to win a fucking Grammy, and you acting like they just hand them bitches out to motherfuckers? No, you know what my problem is? Before you bang on Bruno Mars, because I'm going to be totally honest, before this shit came out, I thought he was black. I was saying, that's my nigga for that. I'm still going to say it, because he got enough melanin in his skin. Yeah, so it's just like, you know, his grandma probably blacker than fucking charcoal. You never fucking know. And if he Hispanic, those is literally like our cousins. So, but, fuck, what was I going with?
Before they get on him, what do they need to do?
Thank you for keeping me on point. See, man, we like Batman and Robin. We like a Batman and a gay ass right now. Yeah, before they get on him, what about Sam Smith? What about Adele? What about Robin Thicke? That's a good one.
I think people did talk about that, and eventually he just screwed himself over so much it was like just a douchebag. So he screwed himself. Yeah,
Robin
yeah.
Okay, what did he do?
Cheating on his wife.
That's it? Everybody's doing it. That's it though. That's why they ostracize him for cheating on his bitch.
No, probably the stuff. I mean, the whole song. What was
the Marvin Gaye. Everybody get up.
Yeah, you said that for it. You just started all the songs with everybody. You did that for Bruno Mars too.
That's how songs start. Everybody get up.
No, you did that for Bruno Mars though too. When you
his was
put your pinky rings up in the air.
It was something different though. It wasn't the exact same thing. It's my fault. People started off the songs the exact same. Those is both funk old school songs. See.
Well, the point is with Robin Thicke, I think he just screwed up so much and.
They just got him the fuck out of here.
Yeah, like the song was like using women and stuff, stuff like that.
I wanna touch it.
Yeah.
That was a weird ass song.
It wasn't a good song either. I didn't like that song.
It was a good song.
I didn't like it. I just thought it was kind of annoying. Yeah, I just never thought it was that catchy. Just never.
Yeah, it was weird, but I thought it was good though. I thought it was good.
Never appealed to me.
All right, Robin Thicke. You say he already fuck out of here, but nobody ever pointed the finger at him like cultural appropriation when he did that.
I thought he was black too. When I first heard his very first song,
just based on hearing him.
Yeah,
he
thought he was black.
Yeah, you can't really tell when
And then I realized he sounded exactly like Daryl Hall from Hall & Oates.
Really?
Yeah, at least in that early song, because the first time I heard Hall & Oates, I was like, Robin Thicke sounds exactly like this dude from, I wish I could think of the song. I Can't Go For That by Hall & Oates. Listen to that, and whatever that super famous first song that Robin Thicke did, which I can't even ever remember right now.
When the first song, but you talking about the Pharrell joint?
No, like when Robin Thicke first
okay.
was famous, like they sound so similar.
Okay.
Really weird.
Yeah, he probably stole from him. Probably took something from him.
Hall & Oates is good. I just like Hall & Oates. I just want to randomly mention Hall & Oates is sweet. That's
just as a side note.
Yeah, I just like Hall & Oates.
But back to naming white people appropriating our shit.
Let's talk about Elvis.
Hey, get into it.
Because we mentioned it before. You've listened to some of his stuff. I've never listened to anything by Elvis.
You ain't none.
I've heard those songs, but it's like I couldn't possibly care less for Elvis. Like nothing I ever heard in any snippet in any way, shape, or form sounded entertaining to me.
Really?
For real, yeah. It was like, okay, dude can dance, sort of. I guess I barely watched any videos. Can't act because he had Blue Suede Shoes the movie, and heard about that. But acting's not for everybody. Acting's sometimes not for actors. But yeah, it's like Elvis. Elvis.
I'm gonna tell you something about Elvis, bro. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, hot take. Mm-hmm. This is a really good hot take. You should clip this up. This shit's good. But if you didn't know, Elvis. Let me bring it back to my boys, the Beatles. Mm-hmm. What's that bitch name? Anna Nicole. No, not Anna Nicole. Before her.
Not Anna Nicole.
The one she copied off of. Mr. President. Her.
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe. All of these people are faux celebrities. They were celebrities that managers and industries got together and said, let's make that one pop. Let's do it. Like I said, the story with the Beatles, they just grab a bunch of random bitches. Like, as soon as these 4 mop top motherfuckers come out, y'all go crazy. Mm-hmm. 1, 2, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just do all that. So, and then people look on TV like, damn, they're going crazy. But then, who's this band? Why is this happening? Why did that? And then, of course, taking black people's songs, their music is pretty good, so.
Well, Marilyn Monroe was just super hot and an actress, so I think
no, she was not. The people behind Marilyn Monroe.
She got messed up feet though. Heard about that.
You seen her feet?
I haven't seen them, but I heard recently. Don't
be spreading lies, yeah. Bro. Don't be spreading rumors in this bitch, man. You ain't never seen Marilyn Monroe feet, so put some respect on her motherfucking name, bro.
Okay.
Before we fucking start scrapping in this bitch, bro.
Just like anyone who cares about Marilyn Monroe.
Bruh, do you want to do? No, come on. Like
do you care about Marilyn Monroe?
But no, what was I saying? Oh, she was the first bitch that really took to the plastic surgery. Wasn't a blonde, wasn't big tits, wasn't big lips, none of that. Just a regular, average, homely looking bitch. Till they made her a sex symbol. One of the first people to start getting plastic in the 50s, 40s. They say let's make this bitch look perfect. So that was the whole, and then put her in every fucking top movie there is. Like it's really. Once you are the machine and you pick a person, that person is going to be on. Once you own media and you have resources to make a person look like whatever, like Kim Kardashian these days or whoever the fuck. Mm-hmm. Remember, back then they wasn't doing that. You had to come as you are. If you wasn't a drop dead gorgeous bitch, then it's like, next. Mm-hmm. Next. But once they got the technology, like, look, well, let's just make a fucking star. Let's make stars. And that's what they did. And that's what they did with Elvis because here's the thing. This is what you will find. Mark my motherfucking words. Now this is gonna sound racist in the motherfucker, but once they see that there's one white person that can do something that the majority of white people can't do, i.e. Eminem. Name it another person that raps half as good as Eminem, white.
We talked about Run the Jewels. I would definitely say LP.
Now it's a lot, but I should have did the shit back in the day. I ain't gonna lie, they done caught on.
I'll just say I don't have anything but Vanilla Ice, so let's go with that.
But you trash, right? which he's trash. But literally, if you just think of, let's just talk about that era, because clearly Eminem was the first white that really did it, where people respect, like, all right, I respect your lyricism. Yeah. Nobody respected Vanilla Ice's lyricism. He had one song. Beastie Boys, they was just like the first little gimmicky. It was like I would say Beastie Boys definitely, but they had the weird blend though, because it was like half rap, half rock, so it wasn't even full. If you back then, as far as hip hop goes, see the thing. Hip-hop, okay, yeah. The reason why the Beastie Boys got lit because white rock dudes loved them. That was their interest into hip hop. Like, oh, what's this hip hop shit, Beastie? You know what I'm saying? But as far as on the other side, in actual hip hop, this was like a gimmicky little thing. Like, oh, 3 white boys, they, you know. And they kind of knew it too. They was like, let's play ourselves up as a game. Let's not take ourselves too serious in this game, because people kind of accept us as a gimmick. And that's why Eminem came out the exact same way. Hi, kids. You like violence? Let me see. Wasn't saying nothing serious. I killed my mom and fuck her and then kill. Like, he was a literal parody. But he had bars. So that got him into going into a serious lane where he could talk about raping his mom and more serious shit. Stuff, yeah, his life. Right, his dark life. Yes. So, shout out to Kim. But, yeah, man. White rappers, man. I love Beastie Boys. Well, I love Intergalactic by Beastie Boys. That's just cool. I love Intergalactic. But back on this topic of culture appropriating, though. What do you? All right, now that I've said what I've said and I enlightened you, how do you feel now? Well, like I mentioned with the Bruno Mars thing, not just the fact that I just assumed he was black, because like especially me, I'm light skinned. I'm like, I just thought he was a light skinned dude. So that was just me. Me too. With baby years. Yeah, that was it. But with that it's one of those things where it's like, all right, if that's how he is, like just like what I mentioned with Eminem, like if that is how the person legitimately is outside of the music, that's not just what they grew up around listening to, but that's how they naturally speak. That's how they naturally are. It's like, okay, that's not that crazy. What if you found out that Eminem wasn't that way? And then I would be like, dang, he tricked us for a long time. Cause I ain't gonna lie, man, I like to think that Eminem is how he is, but I mean, he had a dark life though. He probably was. I'm not saying that he did. I'm just saying that maybe he kind of practices swag a little bit. And that's totally possible. Because sometimes when I hear him, I don't know. I will say this. Sometimes to me it doesn't seem that natural. Like sometimes I hear him and I feel like, I think Eminem, if he could just talk like a straight up white man. And he probably could. And not even like trying, but like just relax. That's how he just thought, yeah. And that's possible. It's totally possible. I don't know. But not shitting on Eminem, because I feel like I should have way too much. I love you kind of do. You kind of do on it. But it's like I said, it's how he naturally is. Bruno Mars, that's how he is. Vanilla Ice wasn't that way. He wasn't rapping, or that wasn't how he really talked. Same with Iggy Azalea. Didn't remotely sound the way she sounded in the music that she made. It was like a different person she put on a persona. Yeah, and I think it would be different if that was the intent. Well, I don't know. I guess that was the intent, was to put on the persona. So I guess I can't really say. I don't know. I feel like there was a way to go about it where it could have worked, where you are honest. Yeah, well, people can put on characters like Dave Chappelle with the black white supremacist. Yeah, which. Because we know that he's doing this intentionally to be funny and not to be offensive, but just to be funny. There you go. But when you just kind of pass yourself off as, because the thing is with music, and a lot of people are not realizing this now, because every time we kind of do, a newer, younger, stupider generation comes in that believes everything a musician says. But once you get a little older, you realize like, oh, it's entertainment. It's actually literally like wrestling, where when you were a kid, you want to believe all of it's real, but then at a certain point, you realize like, okay, they take some falls, but they don't hate each other. But it's it's calculated. It's the story. Yeah. So, but it's like Miley Cyrus is a great example. She just did what she wanted, and then it's like, I don't like rap anymore, and Miley Cyrus is a perfect example. She was with so many niggas, like. She was attached to Mike Will, sucking his dick, close to Future and Ray Sherman and all of them. And then when she wanted to go on her little white wholesome shit, I gotta denounce rap and twerking my little pancake ass because it's bad. And it, you know, with women. I just figured this out. So that's another problem of mine. Like I said, like you just said, if you somebody who just lived the culture and you was of it, you got respect for it, do it, no problem.
Yeah.
If you somebody like that just got into it on some popularity shit, because Miley Cyrus had to do that to shake her Disney image. Now that black people really not checking for no Miley Cyrus anymore because her songs is all trash. Even on some Mike Will beats, she fucking trash. So now she got to do her country thing, but before she do, she definitely got to distance herself from niggas. You cannot go into country with that nigga energy still on you. You still smell like a fucking nigga. You think you about to go into country smelling all like, you know what I'm saying? You get into a room full of country people like, something smells like fucking fried chicken and we're going to get to the fucking bottom of this.
She better get in touch with Darius Rucker. Like, how do I get away from the niggas of black people?
What you do is, you give it a breakdown. Like, look, first of all, what are you doing hanging out with a guy named Mike Will anyway?
It's like, he's got two first names.
Exactly, Mike Will. Not even
they're both
Will.
black.
Right. They both black. Mike Will. Like, no. But yeah, man, she was a perfect example. Another perfect example, Justin Bieber. I think he's on his I can't be with black people no more tip now.
I never liked him anyway, and not just music-wise. He's a douchebag. Like, in general, he's an
Why you ain't like Justin Bieber? What's
because he's an actual douchebag. Like the stories I've heard, aside from that joke he made, which did make me laugh, even though it was kind of racist. Like
one less lonely nigga.
No, why don't black people like chainsaws? Because when they started, it was like run, nigga.
That's stupid.
It is, but that's a funny joke. It's racist, but that made me laugh.
Yeah, he got caught a few times.
Yeah,
on that racist shit.
But yeah, he's a douchebag. He was a douchebag as a kid. He's a douchebag now. He was on an episode of CSI Miami, and he gets shot up in that, which is funny. But there's stories of him. This is when he was younger, and he was a douchebag. It was like a douchebag little kid, and it's like a little twat. It's a British term for vagina, by the way.
I can tell he kind of was. I seen some video footage of him. He was at a McDonald's, and it was these little bitches there. He was trying to act all swagged out, like, look, give me your number. I'm gonna call and text you later and fuck you. So I'm like, look. At the time, I'm like, damn, this nigga ain't gotta have no game. All he just gotta have is the name Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
He got his thing. I don't know. I never listened to him, but of course he's saying thing where it's like I got to get away from the kid persona. So he's more adult stuff.
Yeah, got with black people. Got with little like Chucky and little Twist and all the littles, Lil Wayne and all of them.
Doing this thing or whatever he's doing, I don't even remember. I don't listen to him, so I couldn't possibly care less. I just don't even like him as a human being. I wish I had his money, but other than that, he's a douchebag.
Wish I knew Usher like he did. Minus the herpes, but go ahead.
I'll let it burn.
These are my confessions.
I don't know, man. I don't know. This
you remind me of a girl that I used to know. It's like, you remember that song?
I should be having some issues. We could do a whole podcast on Usher.
Yeah,
just confessions part 2, and just herpes and cheating on this person, cheating on that person.
Man, leave Usher
alone. You introduced this, and
leave
I thought it should have been.
Alone. Leave Usher alone. What you want to talk about? Britney Spears? What Britney doing? It's Britney.
Britney making money.
What's she doing?
Britney in Vegas. She's worth like $60 million. She's worth a ton of money.
She doing the Vegas and everything?
Man, she been doing that for a while. She gets so much money off of that.
This is what I'm telling you. There is no way they let these motherfuckers fail. Man. This bitch came right out of the fucking Disney Bounce Club or whatever the fuck this shit was. Straight into Hit Me Baby One More Time. Revamped into some I'm a Slave on that shit. Got crazy, cut all her fucking hair off. She should have been done.
Then she came back with a womanizer and now she's in Vegas.
Another person that should have been done. Vanilla Ice should have been. He's still working.
Oh yeah, Vanilla Ice went from Vanilla Ice to the second Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie to nothing for 100 million years. Then he was on that old
Mormon.
show.
Then when he's on some like Amish show or something like that, Vanilla Ice with the
He's been on a couple of shows. Vanilla Ice been on Amish people.
He was all over the DIY channel.
He has an actual, he does like actual construction. So that he had his own shows, Vanilla Ice.
Van Winkle, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, it's like his name is basically Rip Van Winkle. It's super effing close to that. His name is like Robin or something, but his name is Van Winkle. Yeah, like, that's his real name.
It was like those funny white people. They're like Schinkenschleimer, Van Hinkelen, like them European.
Vanilla Van Winkle,
right?
His cousin Rumpelstiltskin,
man.
But yeah, he still doing his stuff. He got a bunch of shows, but yeah, he was out forever, and then you just get like one thing to come back. And then he actually had a business, and it's that weird nostalgia sort of thing with him, and then he just kept it going, and he got it to work again.
So let me tell you, let me ask you to sum this whole thing up with cultural appropriation. Give me your overall view on it, based on everything you know with, I just taught you about our history of our music, and hopefully I don't have to reiterate things because I know I was moving kind of fast. But and then what you already know about the context of this world and this nation specifically with racism and bias and things like that. What is your overall perspective on cultural appropriation?
So for me, I would say that with cultural appropriation, it is like we mentioned with Iggy Azalea, Miley Cyrus, Elvis, where it's like you take it and you kind of don't support it, you just use it. Like you utilize it and then you're kind of just done with it, and then it's like whatever. Like it's either bad or, in Iggy Azalea's case, even though she probably did like appreciate it, it was the way that she did it, which was just like so insanely different from who she even remotely was. Stuff like that. But like I said, with Bruno Mars thing, I didn't think it was cultural appropriation. There's a ton of others. Obviously with me, like in anime, there's a million different things I've dealt with, live action anime shows where everybody's just, live action anime movies, it's just white actors, or, Japanese properties, stuff like that. So of course, I've, been through the gambit on that sort of thing.
You've definitely seen it other cultures.
Yeah,
definitely.
So been through the gambit on that for sure. And that's another one of those things where it gets weird depending on what's happening. Because you got stuff like with some of the live action anime movies, like the big example would be Ghost in the Shell. The creator himself was like, he didn't mind that Scarlett Johansson was the main character. So for me, it's like once the creator says something, it's out of the whole situation. It's a little different because of course it's like you have Japanese people in Japan. That's totally different than Japanese American people, because obviously you deal with totally different stuff with media here versus media over there, where everyone, is typically Asian. So all the characters, when they are, whether they're meant to be Asian characters or not, which most people probably won't understand this example, but Attack on Titan is a huge anime. It got a live action movie. And in the actual anime, like we mentioned with Full Metal Alchemist, where they're like German, in Attack on Titan, everyone is a very specific race. There's literally one actual Asian character, and that's rare because of it's like set in the future. And that was like a big thing, is that she was legitimately Asian. Everyone else is like a different race. But of course, when they did the movie, it was all Asian actors. It was that sort of thing. But that's different there compared to here, where it's like white actors get whatever random role, regardless of kind of who it ends up being.
And when, what's his name? And that's what Paul Moore was joking about too. Did Tom Cruise play like the last samurai? Or something?
That was actually based off of real history. That actually was a real story. Because there's a game that came out recently called Neo, and it was like the Last Samurai and stuff. That was actually a real story. That really did happen. But
so
it was a white guy that did actually. Samurai. Yeah. It wasn't like the last. It wasn't actually the Last Samurai. That's just what they called the movie to make it sound fancy. Right. But there was a white guy that actually went to Japan and did, become a part of samurai culture. So that's a real story. They just called it the Last Samurai.
Which throw people off,
yeah.
Especially if you haven't seen it, like this motherfucker the Last Samurai.
Yeah, like he was actually it wasn't like that. It was actually a good movie though. I did watch that movie.
I think I've seen some of it. Not the whole thing, and just don't remember it.
Yeah, but that stuff like that is all
right. Yeah, you're right. That does tend to happen a lot. So and I'm pretty sure it's gonna keep happening. But before we get out of here, I want to get your take on something. I just found this out the other day. If you're on my Facebook, you probably already seen it. But what's your take on Lil Yachty playing Green Lantern?
I thought that was crazy. When you put that, I was like, I need to Google this, because I was like, you did. Of course I did.
You thought I was bullshit.
So at first, because I'm like, so when you first saw it, what was the first thing you thought?
What the fuck? Like, what the fuck they got Lil Yachty creepy on my ass voice acting some shit that probably ain't got shit to do with, but...
Okay, so for me, when I first read it, I was like... I instantly went live action. I was like, that's not possible. That was the first thing I thought. Was like, okay, live action Green Lantern, this dude. I was like, that don't make sense. He doesn't know. And then I looked into it and I was like, okay, it's animated. Not only is it animated, but it's Teen Titans Go.
You seen it on my Facebook. Why you ain't say shit? See you
Why would I say that with a
supposed to comment
saving
like,
it here?
I could have told your ass, like, without you looking it up, I could have just told your ass, like, nah, man, he got the voice. But go ahead. I'm just hating right now because, you've seen the shit, didn't even comment. Or
I never comment. Or like, I don't do nothing. I see it and I keep on keeping on. You don't even know I'm on there. I'm just gone.
Like a ghost.
Yeah.
But don't call you Invisiblekatana for nothing.
Yeah. So when I saw it was voice acting, it was like, okay, that's...
Makes sense.
That's way better. Because I was like, that's just... It was just dumb at first. I was like, this don't even make sense. Like, does he even act? Like, he's...
This will be his first acting role.
Yeah, so it was just like, this is terrible. But then it was like, okay, it's animated. Not only is it animated, it's Teen Titans Go. So that's like, I'm trying to think of a good comparison. So it's like, how you have...
the clown.
I am. So it's like, because like him being in the live action stuff, we got like Justice League, Avengers and stuff coming out. That's like pristine. Yeah. You got like fresh serving of food just came out, fresh out the oven, live action brilliance. And then it was animated, and I was like, okay, that's like, there's some leftover stuff.
Some warm up shit.
And then it was like Teen Titans Go, and I was like, oh, that's like, you ate half of that orange and you threw it in the recycling bin. And I was like, okay.
But it's still having a theatrical release though, right?
It is, yeah.
Okay, but it's going to be animated.
Yeah, like Teen Titans Go is an animated show that pretty much everybody hates. Did you watch the original Teen Titans show?
Actually, I did, yeah.
Super amazing show. Teen Titans Go is like the super crazy, silly sketch comedy version of that. So pretty much everybody hates it. It's super funny, but it is nothing compared to the old Teen Titans show. So when it was like that, it was like, like I said, it's like, okay, you threw the orange right in the recycling bin, and that's where he can be voice acting, and I'm fine with that. So
they did consciously go, we ain't gonna give him like this.
Yeah.
But since it's Lil Yachty,
I don't know why they chose him in general, but
the thing is with clout.
I mean, yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I'm
He's a name people know. He's a name little kids know.
Little kids are gonna go see Teen Titans Go, period, though.
But now that they know their favorite Lil Yachty's gonna be in there, they not gonna miss out on this opportunity.
I'm curious. I mean, he can only be one guy, so I don't know why I say that. I'm curious who's going. It's only one Black Green Lantern.
Forget that. I just forgot my thought. Go ahead.
What are you gonna say? Is little kids?
I was about to say, and think about the kids who are his fans, who aren't fans of Teen Titans Go.
They probably won't go. I mean,
if they're his fans, they gonna go see them. I mean, just like who? Give me an example of when you was little. If you seen somebody, a musician or something, and anything, you was going to it. Who was that musician for you?
The only person I liked when I was young was Michael Jackson, so probably have to be Michael Jackson or something.
Yeah, well, that's Mike, but I'm thinking of, all right, who is
if it was like an actor that was in anything random, if it was like Jackie Chan was in like a musical, I'd be like, I gotta see that because why is Jackie Chan in the musical?
I mean, but there's some actors or musicians that's like people are so hard up on. Mm-hmm. That's why the thing is, when you're a musician, the reason I think people really want to be musicians is because of all the attention that you get. Mm-hmm. When we sit up and listen to songs, we know that we get such a powerful feeling and feel such a way about that person that is the face of that song, may not even wrote it or produced it, whatever. But they belched it out, they sung it.
Their
we
voice
feel a way towards them. So, we become their fan. Once we become their fan, they can leverage that on anything. They can take their fan once they do act, LL, Will Smith. Like, people, once you get diehard fans, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
That's what The Rock did.
That's what The Rock did. That's what, what's the new Rock?
The new Rock?
Yeah. I forget
what movie? Name a movie, because I'll probably remember. Big dude. You're not talking about Vin Diesel, are you?
I'm talking about Vin Diesel.
Oh, okay.
To me, he's like the new Rock.
The new Rock. Vin Diesel been doing this thing for a long time.
He been doing
Triple
this thing. But, yeah.
Every Fast and Furious. So, I swear to God, those are the only movies he's been in.
That anybody knows about. But, he was in Chronicles.
Furious. I love Chronicle Rick. Those are good movies. But, he got like 3 things.
He was in Pacifier.
The Pacifier, yeah. Yeah, he got the Pacifier. Fast and Furious franchise.
He was in Triple X?
Yeah, I said Triple X.
He did.
I was like,
just go deny everything you say. He did.
That's what I knew him in first. Was Triple X.
I'm gonna replay. But yeah, Lil Yachty playing Green Lantern. That's gonna be interesting. You're gonna see the shit. So shut the fuck up.
I don't know about that.
Don't act like you're not about to see that shit.
That's like movie that. I mean, Teen Titans Go is funny, but I haven't watched that in forever. Like, if it was like, I'd have to see if it was live action. Like, where's this going? But let's Teen Titans Go, the movie. I'm sure it'll, I'll give it a year, and then Cartoon Network will be like, this is our show, so here's the free version. And I'll be I'll probably do it then.
Man, you the cheap man. You wait till shit is get on TV type ass dude.
If I don't care about it, I definitely am.
Oh my God.
because I'll say Tomb Raider, as we're recording this, the Tomb Raider movie is coming out this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
I would see it, but tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day, so,
Gotta be on the hunt for some tail.
Yeah.
For some drunk tail.
So.
Just leave a trail of cups so the bitch can just...
Cup. What is this?
Go. And then get somewhere. Soon as you get to the last cup, look up. Just kidding, guys. Just kidding. Matter of fact, let's end this motherfucker because I'm about to get myself in trouble. It's been your host, the Anarchist Beach. You can follow me on social media. Facebook at Demetrius McClendon. Instagram is Anarchist Beats. Snapchat Anarchist Beats. And Twitter Anarchist Beats with a Z.
I am at Invisiblekatana pretty much across the web, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We are at A Few Nobodies on both Twitter and Instagram. We are afewnobodiespodcast@gmail.com. Email us, DM us, get in touch with us. Also, this is super random, but if you happen to be super hot, I do photography. So, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
We do actually do photography. That was a bad way to actually promo it. But we actually do photography. We do video work and stuff. But
don't come with clothes. Simple, just a trench coat.
Well, if I can't see the tits through the car window, no.
Put them on the glass, bitch.
But if you guys are interested in any video work or anything like that, realistically, check out what are we at Black Flag Pro
on Instagram?
Yeah.
Black Flag Pro, yeah.
Yeah. So check us out. That is our media production company. Check us out on Facebook because that's where everything is. All our other social media stuff, we put up like 2 things.
Damn.
Yeah. All our Facebook, we actually have like every video we've ever done.
You DM us on Instagram.
Yeah, you'll see like nothing. Yeah. But definitely get in touch with us on Facebook because that's where all our footage actually is, including most of the stuff we can't show because we used to do some stuff with U of M because that's where we graduated from, and legally we can't really show like full videos of that, so we have to put clips and pictures up. So check us out, Black Flag Productions on Facebook. Get in touch with us because we definitely still want to do the freelance thing because regular work sucks, which is why we're doing this at 2:52 in the morning because I gotta wait for the anarchist to leave his job and then we do this super duper late. Yeah. So.
And don't forget, very important, like this video. If you listening to this point, you are a G. You are a real person, and we need you to like this video. Don't forget. Yeah. Or forget the shit, who cares? To comment on this video, and I promise you, unless it's a few years later and we already blew the fuck up and don't give a fuck about our fans, we will reply back.
Yeah.
So go ahead and reply, leave us, just say what's up, dumb motherfuckers, and then we just gonna reply back like what it do. So with that said,
I might forget to do that, by the way. I'll just be like, because I'm afraid.
If he forget, I'm going to stop the fuck out of him on air. Just comment that he didn't reply to my comment on my page, because I'm going to see it. And just listen for the next episode and watch me smack the fuck out of this dude. It's the Anarchist. I'm out.
Peace.